As you're working through all your stitches for the Husqvarna Viking Brilliance 75Q, one of the things people tend to use their machine for a lot is applique. And on this machine, there is a whole section for all your applique stitches, including the blanket stitches. And a blanket stitch applique is very unique and people are always using it. But on this machine, there's actually multiple types. So here's how we're going to find them, and I'm going to then show you some of the differences. So as you start from where your first straight stitch is selected, touch and hold the tab at the top with the zigzag on it. And you'll notice when you go to the B menu, you'll even see the blanket stitch applique highlighted as one of the stitches right there. So that's how I always know which menu it's actually in. If you've started to stitch out your stitches and start your stitch book, menu B will have you going through and stitching out a couple of different styles. So the first one, stitch number 4, you're going to notice there's actually 2 stitches in between the little bite, the one that goes to the left. On stitch number 5, this one is a little bit more of a zigzag stitch, probably not so much, but for a raw edge look or kind of an artsy look, this is a great way to kind of get an applique stitch that isn't really an applique stitch. Doesn't have to be so precise. The next one is probably the one I use the most, stitch number 6. So here is the one that usually when I stitch this, I find it's a little petite. As you go to the editing feature, you'll notice the stitch length and the width are in proportion, which I tend to keep. I think I like things a little bit more balanced when I sew. So if I am going to make it a little bit bigger, I'm going to do the same length and width. You almost kind of keep that nice box shape as you go to stitch. Now this would be a great place to utilize that open toe foot. It is an optional foot, but put it on because then you can see where each of these stitches land on the edge of your fabric. And once again, if you want to go all the way as big as it will go, you can get a ginormous looking stitch. What's the max we can go? 6, and well, we can almost get the length to 7, but this machine doesn't have that jump in feed dog. So it's super wide, so maybe I might bring the width down to 6 so it's proportional. Remember, if you want to get back to the normal settings, go back to your stitches and reselect the stitch on screen, and notice we're back to the default settings. Now, what about 7, 8, and 9? Let's take a look at them. So this one is very unique. As you stitch it out, you're going to notice just a very long kind of pencil shape to it. I kind of like this in just the right place. But if you're used to the traditional blanket stitch applique, number 6 and number 9 are going to be your go-to. So here is number 8. It does have a little different kind of flair to it. Once again, you can make that bigger or smaller. And taking the time to adjust the settings while you're doing your stitch book is fun with these stitches, because I think people get a better idea of, oh, that does look good smaller. Oh, that does look good bigger. And the last one. So what's the difference between 6 and 9? The difference is this is the triple version, or in some cases, one way it's tripled and one way it's actually quadrupled. So you're going to get a much heavier look. I love this, so I don't have to pick a thick thread. I can just pick a stitch that does it multiple times and I can get that bolder look. Once again, make it a little bit wider or bigger if you're looking for something to go around something like wool applique. You don't have to do it by hand. Oh, this really turns out really great. Maybe that primitive look, or the look that you've done it with hand stitching or floss and you didn't have to do all that hard work, and it's done in 1/10 of a time. So just know that you can experiment with all these stitches. Now 10 is your satin stitch applique, so that's ready to go, kind of pre-shortened, and 11 and 12 are also great for going around raw edges. Let's see here, anything else? Yes, applique stitches do continue 13 through 20. So as you stitch these out, think about the satin stitch area covering up a raw edge so it doesn't unravel and it has a whole new look to it. But we started with blanket stitch applique, and so you do have a nice couple stitches for you to experiment with. and see which one you like the best. I hope you're checking out all of our videos that we have on the Brilliance 75Q. Every time that you enjoy a video, make sure you click like, and if you're not already, make sure you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. We thank you so much for your support.